My name is Mr. Anderson, and I am the voice of Written Sins. And on today's program, we're going to be doing Kickstarter Last Rites, program where we talk about the Kickstarters going off of the platform and going to be launching. And speaking of which, today we have with us a creator whose project is about to go offline. So because he has somewhere to be today, we're going to skip our normal format. We're going to go straight into it. Go for it. Tell us who you are, Dan. Tell us about your project.
Well, I'm Dan, publisher of Kickstarter Comics. Collect issues 0 through 5 of the Article 5 series. Well, we are at this point lettering issue 25, so we have been around for a while, publishing since 2005, but we do not have mainstream distribution. So basically, we've had a good readership. A lot of people jumped on board, but it seemed like Kickstarter was a whole different market of people who hadn't heard of the book. So I thought it would be great to collect them all there. As I said, first 6 issues now, and then work on the digital awards. But we worked on issue 0 through 5. Of a grown character, we have that available as well. And we have other Kickstarters, your guest appearance in the book or your character's guest appearance in the book. Those are options we have available as well. But yeah, we're in the last couple of days of the campaign, so we're out there beating the pavement, trying to get everyone who hadn't heard of the Kickstarter yet. Check it out.
So let me ask you a question. How important is Kickstarter to you? Because you've been doing this for a while, and a lot of creators always ask me, why is Kickstarter so important? And I think you'll have the perfect answer for it. Why is Kickstarter so important?
Well, basically, putting a book, print on demand, does get a good number of readers, and it's just a matter of time. Like I said, a lot of people do that first issue, they kill themselves with the art, the lettering, the colors, and then they're like, man, that was so much work. They're not prepared for a second issue. And Kickstarter is great in the fact that it does give people those pre-orders, which helps them have that carry through to try to get their book completed. But beyond that, for someone like myself, where print on demand is great for single issues, the trade paperbacks don't really become cost effective for people. And, for the price of these 6 issues, from what I've seen on Kickstarter, you get a great bargain as far as price per issue. So, again, for me, just the challenge of these trade paperbacks and getting them to an affordable price for people means that you do have to have kind of like a pre-order and kind of like a certain amount printed to make it worth everyone while at an affordable rate.
Yeah, I'd heard once someone said to me that in indie comics, if you haven't made a second issue, you haven't made it. You can't talk about even being in the comics yet because you're just still trying. It takes a second issue. It takes doing it again to make it something that's serious. So you're right. Everyone's building towards graphic novels nowadays, and as you just pointed out, it is not cheap to do a graphic novel because for a graphic novel, you have to invest so much money up front to make it affordable.
Yes, that's correct. And as you're saying, I think a lot of people, you come up with your hero or concept, and the idea of making comics is just a very appealing one. But because, you see like 50 of them come out every Wednesday, you think, how hard can it be? But then a million copies, it does put some people off as far as producing their second issue. And, that's unfortunate, but, you have to realize that it's kind of a long game. It's not this issue. Not going to probably even pay for your second as many people think. You have to kind of stick with it. I think Stan Lee once said, do you know how you make $1 million in comics? Start with $2 million.
Yeah, and it's very true, and a lot of people don't realize how much work goes into it. And speaking of work, I know you have to go. I want to thank you for being on the program. We're going to watch the video as you leave us for tonight. I'm glad you got to be on it. I started this program a little early just so we could talk. We'll have to sit down one time and talk about the creative process as it was behind it when you have more time and I have a little bit more time. So thank you for being on the show.
All right, much appreciated. And thanks for all the work you're doing with Written Sins, because that's really, helping all those guys in the indie field with their Kickstarters get some attention. And, these things live or die by attention. So it's much appreciated.
Well, hopefully we get you a lot of attention today. We were live on Instagram, Kickstarter, Twitter, and Facebook. So let's hopefully get you funded today. You have a great day, my friend, and have a good night. All right, guys. So you got to hear from him, amazing creator. For those who couldn't hear it because he was on Facebook, you can check out our Facebook feed. I will make sure to upload it. Some people from Twitter and Kickstarter might have thought I was talking to myself, which isn't that uncommon. But I swear I was actually talking to the creator, Dan. Great guy. I want to help get him funded, so we're definitely going to want to share this on social media with those of you watching the show today. Make sure to share it, and we're going to go right into his video, and then we'll talk about the other 2 Kickstarters on Last Rites. It's not a big show this week. Things do seem to be slowing down. The holiday has a tendency to do that, so let's check out this video. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump off. There was credit to the creator, and I appreciate that, the fact that the licenses were given. So congrats on that to the creator and also showcasing it. And that's the right way to do it. Dan pulls off that perfectly. Dan also was inspired to make a video based on this show. So we're going to
everybody,
check it out.
Dan here. I am the writer and publisher of Argo 5. And I thought I'd give you a brief overview of what the series is about, who the characters are, just so you have an idea of what you might potentially be supporting. And I do thank everyone who already supported and shared the project. Basically, this is the proof I got made of the book. Okay, as you can see, 164 pages, all full color. This collects issues 0 through 5. And it's a complete story. You don't have a cliffhanger at the end of 5. Basically, the team is Gladiator. She is the team leader. She is super strong, can fly. She has laser vision. Her father is missing. That's kind of her storyline at the moment. Another storyline, though, with her involves Shadrach, who is the Maltese god of strength. That's the island of Malta, kind of a mythological pantheon, and they are romantically connected. And we have up top here, Chain Reaction. He is a kung fu master, but in addition to that, he has the ability to cause chain reactions, like setting in forth a series of events with a desired resultant occurring at the end. Blue Dynamo, he has absorbed the power of a blue sun, but socially he's a bit of a comic sci-fi fan, video gamer. And Kassira, she is a genie, but a half genie. So she does not have the ability to create things out of thin air. She kind of has to work with the materials that are around her. And she's a bit out of place in the fact that she's not fully a genie and she's not fully human. So there's a bit of her, trying to figure out where she fits in the order of everything. But overall, they are an independent superhero team. And I don't just mean independent comics. I mean, they don't act through the government. They are sponsored by a billionaire investor, Denny Dennis, who, issue 0, which starts off the book, will give you an introduction to his backstory a bit. This particular cover is by Kevin Sharp, well known for Marvel and DC work with X-Men Savage Land, Legion of Superheroes, among other titles that he's worked on. Inks by Nelson Asensio, colors by Giuseppe Pica. Quick rundown of what you have in the issues. Issue 0, you had Arlie Tucker and Alex Garcia doing the artwork, with Ross Campbell and Giuseppe Pica doing the colors. Issue 2, I had done the artwork myself, and chronologically speaking, that was the first issue of the series, but I created issue 0 as an introduction. I thought it was the best place to start. Issue 2, Rafael Dantes Gomez did the art, with Giuseppe Pica doing the colors. Rafael actually also has art rewards in the campaign, so you can see samples of his art in the campaign, and very happy with how issue 2 came out, to the point where we collaborated later on another issue. Issue 3 was a multi-publisher crossover, so I had additional people helping me out with that, writing and art. There was a kind of a dimension-hopping story. We had my own Sorority of Power had met Mira X, which is a creation of Bill Mouse, well known also for the skunk that appeared in the issue. We had Majestic 12, which was a Justin Leach creation. We had the Squirrel, which is a Kevin McVeigh creation. And we had Rich Bernatovich's Sentinels, which is a great series from Drumfish Productions. So I had inquired to Rich about being in that issue. He wrote his chapter. Luciano Vecchio, the artist of that series, did the artwork of that chapter. And Scott Jones, better known as Shade, had done the final chapter in that book using a couple of his characters, but also most importantly using Pat Carlucci's characters, The late Pat Carlucci was a big influence on me at early conventions that I was exhibiting at and giving me some independent publishing tips. He had passed away, but I know he had wanted to do prints of well-known characters and then break out with his own characters. As I said, he passed before being able to do that, but I reached out and was able to secure those characters for that issue to make sure that his dream came true. Then issue 4, Brad Green, who had done a number of the covers of these issues, also did the interiors. Phenomenal work. And issue 5, we had Felix Navarro Adrian and T.G. Sangalang doing the artwork. All throughout these books, we had Giuseppe Pica and Miguel Marquez doing the colors for the most part. So that gives you pretty much a creator wrap-up. I give you a little bit about each of the characters. I should point out that we also had a bunch of pinups in the back here. I had gone to a number of well-known creators that I really enjoy their work. And so we have pinups in the back from Terry Dodson, Gene Ha, Tom Rainey, Mike McCone, Louis Small Jr., Oriella Mazzara, and a back cover by Ray Arzino. That, again, these were like kind of like me fulfilling a dream of seeing my characters done by some of the creators who brought me a lot of comics that give me a lot of joy over the years. So I was happy to have them all encapsulated in this volume 1. And basically I've done single issues at the point of being right now lettering issue 25, but the distribution and the production of the trade paperback is a bit more challenging, especially having enough copies out there to balance out the printing costs. So that's where you come in, and I'm thankful for everyone who's already supported and shared the Kickstarter. We're getting to the half-point mark, and we're about half-point of being funded. So I would really appreciate anyone who's interested to check out the rewards. Again, great art rewards. We do have, in addition to Raphael, who did issue 2, we have Bill Mouse, who had done issue 3, his chapters of that book with art rewards. These are 2 creators who I've really enjoyed working with. I believe their art's phenomenal, which is why I sought them out to be part of those issues. And like I said, check out the rewards and feel free to shoot us an email, Argo Comics' Facebook page, of course. Check us out over there. And thanks all for watching.
Now I got to give him a lot of credit, man. It's a lot of information. It's a lot to digest. And it's important information. And if anything, that's a great little editorial video, even a tutorial for creators who are wondering about why Kickstarter and all that. We had him earlier on the program for those joining us just now. We got to talk to him in person live. He had to run, or we would have kept him on for a little bit longer, but he did have things to do. We started the show just to bring him on. I was so happy to have him. We'll have him back on. Plenty of time to get this funded. We're only looking at an extra, it's gone up since the last time I looked at it, so we're looking at it about $901. That's nothing. If we all get together and we all share it on Twitter, and we all share it on Twitter, and we share it on, just waiting for it to log in. There we go. We all share it on Twitter, and we all share it on Facebook. We can get this funded for them. It's an amazing project. I love this show because I can take the time and really dwell on the creation itself. And you guys can see this is already a pre-established universe. You're not getting part of something new. You're actually joining something that's actually been established and has been going on for a while now. And I think that's kind of cool because Kickstarter is also allowing creators who have already been out there doing it on their own, kind of coming in from the cold to be able to now afford being able to go bigger with it. You know, like he was saying, tradebacks, you know, they are cheaper and more profitable only if you print in a mass quantity. And that's an investment. That's like you do a trade, you're like, I'm invested to this book for 2 or 3 years. And that's the point of it. For 2 or 3 years, you're going to be doing that book. And you're probably going to continue beyond 2 or 3 years. But that initial printing is generally going to last you about 2 to 3 years. I love the art in the book. We haven't really gotten to look at it much in the past. So today we get to really take our look into it and we get to check it out. You got to see some of it in the video. I'm a fan. I dig it. You know, you have some prints here from pre-established creators as well, some fan art to go in with the mix, and that's always nice on Kickstarter. And some of these creators sounds like they actually worked on the characters that they're drawing the fan art to. So does that still make it fan art if the creators actually worked on it? I think that just makes it art. Argo 5 looks fantastic, and if you notice, it doesn't show that I've backed this project. You guys can see that. Remember, I'm not signed in anymore. Someone had said that it was probably best I don't be signed in for these things. And I should probably not talk about the fact that I've backed this and I'm a backer because it might show favoritism. So we'll just ignore the fact that I said I backed it. And instead, we're going to focus on you backing it. And remember, every dollar matters. Now, because we started a little different, we're going to go back and we're going to quickly look at our list of Kickstarters that we didn't get to look at the very beginning, so I wanted to bring on Dan before he had to run. So we're going to reload this page. We're going to start off with, you know, the usual thing. This is Kickstarter Last Rites, our program where we bring you information about the Kickstarters about to leave. We're doing the video right now. That's last week's video. Here are the Kickstarters right on for this week, about to launch off of Kickstarter, blast off. But before we begin, let's talk about the $1. The $1 can show support, attract attention, help fund projects, support indie creators, and help create new worlds. And it also makes you an advocate for indie comics. Supporting even one comic book makes you an advocate for new worlds creation. We're going to have on the show today Saw the Lightning Wielder, going to be on in just a few seconds. And as always, make sure to subscribe to all of our sites on writtensins.com. We just talked about Argo 5. We had Dan on the program, which I'm thrilled about. I'm not sure why it doubled up, but it doubled up. It's so awesome. And Vegas Strong is on Kickstarter until 12/15. All of these Kickstarters are about to launch off. We're going to focus in on them in just a few minutes. We'll see more about Vegas Strong, but for now, we're going to go to Saw the Lightning Wielder.
Hi, my name is Kyron Silva. Earlier this year, I successfully launched my first Kickstarter, Shaman's Destiny, and with your help, we were able to bring that to life. But now I'm back with my next epic tale, Saw the Lightning Wielder. The concept for Saw is based on Hmong folklore. For the past few years, I've been planning, developing, and researching everything I can to make this series outstanding. This book is designed to be an ongoing series of twists and turns around every corner, action, and tons of suspense. The series stars Tracy Lord, an overworked and underpaid college student who is struggling with her life while trying to help her widowed mother support the family. Things get even tougher on Tracy when she finds out that she has the power of Saw, an ancient force who can control lightning and wield the magical axe. Now, it will be up to Tracy to use the power that she has inherited to stop the evil Lord Eclipse and his army from escaping the Shadow Realm and returning to ours to wreak havoc. Saw is the first superhero action series from Big Tree Comics. It's written and created by myself, with line art from David Jackson, colors by King Bola, and lettering done by Nikki Powers. Now, my team has already started work on the first issue. Our goal is to get these books into your hand as fast as possible. You might even say we're going to get to you as fast as lightning. Along with this gorgeous book, there will be Kickstarter exclusive rewards, like a pinup gallery by indie creators, an option of different prints, and even a variant cover drawn by myself and inked by Larry Haynes from Joshon Somewhere. There will also be an option to get a print of model Christy Chaw cosplaying as Saw, and so much more. But we can't get there without your help. Please check out all the rewards below and pledge if possible. Thank you, and have a great day. Music provided by The Music of Chris Jones. Check his work out at tmocj.com.
So that was amazing music. Glad again, two projects promoting the artists they use the music for. I love that. I dig that a lot. We're gonna dive in and we're gonna take a look at some art. And the art in this is kind of awesome. You have to excuse me if I sound like I'm out of breath. I'm dealing with a cold, and you can hear Jax in the background. We just got back from South Carolina, which was freezing. And we brought home a cold, so if I sound out of breath, it's just me trying to breathe through a stuffy nose. But the art in this is amazing. It almost looks like she has a completely different outfit. I know it's the same, and this is just an amazing thing when you give an artist. And I'm actually thinking about doing a project where I actually give the same artists, give all the artists the same story and see what comes up differently, because I do think you see amazing differences. This is a Kickstarter exclusive. Right here, it's a pinup gallery. And you can see little character bios right here, and we've talked about them in the past in the show. There is the writer we just met, pencils by David, colorist is by King, and letters by Nikki. And Shaman's Destiny, that was pretty cool. An amazing thing. You got a pinup artist, Chris, down here. You got the amazing cosplayer down here. We can see some remodeling pictures, and that's what I like about this show is we can take the time to look at all these different things. You got some head sketches down here. You got some t-shirts. So let's take a look at our cosplayer. So here's her modeling pictures. I don't think they necessarily have her as Saw just yet. In the photos, I think that's a Kickstarter exclusive. So we're going to go just check out the reward tiers. And I should actually go back and check out the reward tiers for Argo 5. We actually didn't talk about that. But you can get a head sketch. That's always cool. You can get the Saw Big Bundle. You can get, just as a heads up, we have the creator in the actual comment section if anyone has a question. Eddie, if you can see this, Eddie asks, Tracy Lord is the name in Saw. Tracy Lord, yeah, that sounds like a familiar name to me too. I caught that too. I believe that's the name. What do you say, Kieran? Is that the name? Do we have it right? Is it Tracy Lord? And do you understand that, was there a reference towards another Tracy Lord? For those who don't know what we're talking about right now, we'll go over here. Tracy Lord, if I'm not mistaken, and hopefully, I think I spelled that wrong. I know I spelled that wrong. See if I can fix that. Oh. There we go. Tracy Lord, she's an actress and a singer. She did some amazing things, and I'm pretty sure that's just accidental. But yeah, this is Tracy Lord. Some people have known her from some sci-fi stuff. She's been on the Sci-Fi Channel with a couple things. I think she was even in Sharknado. She was in Crybaby. Her name, Lore, not Lord. Oh, okay. So it makes me think of it though. It does. But yeah, that's Tracy Lord, as you guys can see, and she's been in various projects because I have to watch. We're now this super sensitive culture, and if I said she gets around, oh my God, what am I saying? But yeah, Tracy Lord right here. It's just another college student, just like any other college student. I don't know if any college student is the same. I think all college students are a little different. I think that's the eggs getting put into the whisk, and you see if individuality comes out. Oh, there's no confusion. I know characters that are named after real life people. I've seen the name references. Some people do it on purpose. How many times has the word Trump now been used in a comic book as a joke? And it happens all the time. So I wouldn't stress it. It was cool, though, to see the name used. I actually have always been a fan of the name Tracy. So kudos. And I dig the art. I really do. And you can see the different adaptations of the character herself. Saw. While we have you on the program, how, and I've been asking this for weeks, I don't get it. How does XOB become Saw? And I know there's a way. How does that work? You're talking to someone who's very dyslexic, so be gentle. I don't understand how that is. I know that there's probably a good explanation, and I've been wondering about that since we started this. So if you're still in the chat room, is it a different dialect? Is it from possibly a different language that makes it Saw, and it's a translation? I was always curious about that. But we're also looking at the big bundles here, being at the T-shirt, the print bundle, the Keiko bundle, which is a physical copy of the regular cuff, and you'll get also a handful of custom Saw stickers. You get the double digital, and of course the $1 pledge. And as always, take time to share it on your social media platform by just pressing the button that's not working. Normally it works. Normally, there we go. I was gonna say, you're embarrassing me, Facebook. Then again, Facebook's a whole dumpster fire on its own, isn't it? It's my new favorite term lately, a dumpster fire. So there we go. I've now shared it, and that was free. How easy is that? I shared something that cost me no money, and now I've been able to help, hopefully, a creator get funded. We have 43 hours. It's a different language. The translation changes. I have to go to the actual Facebook. Let's see. The translation changes it to Saw. Cool. All right. So there it is. I knew it had to be something like that. I'm glad I was right. What language is it? Let's see if we can get the language up here. Is it an actual real language, or is it based upon your comic book lore? And that's cool too. I mean, what was Klingon before they created it, right? And now real people actually can speak Klingon. How crazy is that? I don't think Gene Roddenberry started the Klingon text with the idea of that. We will circle back to Argo 5's gift packages at the very end, but we're going to take a look at Vegas Baby Strong. And this one, I don't think I can actually let the music play
Indie Alliance
past a certain point. I think I can let it run for a few minutes, and then I have to jump in. Nope. Well, that was wrong. I can't let that go at all. I'll get another little email about violation. So now, as punishment, we are going to watch it in silence. I'm just kidding. I had to check on Jax, make sure he was okay. This is kind of interesting that I'm sure this went into production before what happened in Vegas happened, but to even mention it, nod to how strong Vegas is very respectable, to say the least. I am very impressed by the art in this. Honestly, this looks like something that is Marvel or DC related right off the cusp. It looks completely professional. And that's right. Sometimes you do got to break the rules. Speaking of copyright infringements, we're going to have rough tweeting Dave on the show right now. Thanks to Jax. I just got to turn this down. I know. I'm sorry. As I said, Jax has got a cold, so the CEO is in a no bullshit mood today. Now, there we go, talking about sex. See, this is why I get in trouble, because we have sex on the program. Every episode we've had that sex on the program. And that's okay. People want sex. Let's just get over it. Comic books are fantasy, and, you know, if DC is going to have Batman fucking Catwoman on the top of a roof, and Batman's a kid's book, let's be honest, Batman's meant for children, then why can't adults just appreciate that sex is a part of human nature? This looks like an amazing book. I'm in. You've got my attention. They have officially funded, so congratulations to them. I know that they're on the Kickstarter goal segment, the stretch goal segment. Powerverse is obviously becoming one of those amazing things. POM is part of it, and for you guys who know this show, you know POM is Pieces of Me from Marcel Dupree, so it's an amazing collection. The only thing I wish that the Powerverse had stopped doing is using music so I don't have to talk over it. That, or if you're going to do music that you don't have the copyright to keep me out of trouble, send me something I can read for 2 minutes and 45 seconds so I don't get it wrong. Vegas Strong. This is actually, by the way, a collaboration between Kid Comics and Powerverse. It's dedicated this pre-scheduled Kickstarter to the heroic spirit of Las Vegas and her citizens. Vegas Baby is a hero raised in the streets of Vegas and has always embraced its zest for life, creativity, and strength to build something out of nothing. Let's rock. And how badass is that? You know, I've never actually gotten to the point where I learned how to do GIFs, and I won't call them GIFs. I won't call a G is a G. As someone named Gregory, I'm not going to say my name is Jeffrey or Juggery. No, I'm Gregory. It's a G. It's a GIF. I don't care what anyone says. It's not a GIF. And you guys can see, and we talk about this, diversity in comic books. Everyone talks about they support diverse titles. If you want to talk about diversity, Powerverse is a very powerful, diverse dimension. I'm very impressed by it. You guys have noticed some of these other characters here that are from other worlds that we've seen in other Kickstarters. It's an amazing creative group. I'm very impressed by them. And here is the creator and writer, C.R. Ward. Congrats to him. And don't forget to get your Vegas Baby loot. I'm going to see if there was another video. I love the art. This looks very top shelf. I got to give credit, man. This looks very top shelf. I wish it actually came with the ninja, not the gangsters, but just the ninja stuff. I don't want a gun in the mail. You know, you get a gun in the mail, you don't know what bodies are on it. No, 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 I don't want a gun with bodies on it. Some people will get that joke, and some people are like, what are you talking about? And if you don't know what you're talking about, it's probably because you're a better person than me. Not that it means anything. That's not a confession. We're just going to stop talking about that now. Issue number 1, you get the digs of the first appearance of the widely popular indie character that's spread across Kid Comics and Powerverse. Vegas 2 is available, as is 3 and 4. So you can catch up in just one quick swoop on Kickstarter. And you guys can see, you got some great art in it. You can see some of the inks here and the pencils. We're going to take a quick look at some of this. You have 150. We'll get you everything. It gets you a print of all 4 issues and the PDFs. And if you do 65 or more, you get to put a t-shirt, which you get the PDFs, pencils, and prints for. And you get a bag and board. And for 45, you get the Cosmic Pimp Don't Play That rack. Pack Don't Play It pack. I didn't make that up. That's really there. Made me giggle. So I was having trouble getting it out. It's got some amazing features in it. The Royal Flush, all-in print pack. And I love that. I love when Kickstarters are playful with the reward tiers. The Mixmaster 3-pack. See, for my books, Mixmaster could be completely different. Just saying, that could be taken a different way in the books I've written. Mixmaster 2 print and Mixmaster 1 print. And then, of course, you can do the digital dice and the PDF player hater. I think that's cute, the PDF player hater. I like that. You can hear the Jax monster wants his animal crackers. So excuse me for a second while I distribute some animal crackers to a little boy. You want a CEO to be happy? Pay him in animal crackers. All right, so Vegas Baby Strong is strong on Kickstarter, but time is not out. Make sure to check it out today. And remember, share it on Facebook or Twitter. We just did Facebook, so we'll do Twitter now. And by the way, Kieran said the language is HMONG. Hamung? I don't know how that's pronounced, though, because it's XOB is so. I don't know if this is maybe home or something. I don't know. So I'm just going to spell it HMOG. They are a group of people from Southeast Asia. Very cool indeed. I like that. I like when I learn things on the show. So I promise we're going to do this. We're going to go back to Argo 5 real quick. We're going to look at the gift packs. We can get the $1 pledge, the digital level, the Argonaut level, which includes the digital levels, and the addition of the 5 trade back. That's not bad for 35. Trade backs are actually pretty good at 35. Double down level, you get the rewards in the digital levels and printed of the Argo 5 trade park. A great gift for a friend. There you go. You get 2 printed editions. Not bad at all. 100 gets you the Argo Saga Continue level. You'll get the rewards and digital levels, the printed edition of Argo 5 trade back, plus copies of Argos 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's pretty cool, man. You're like subscribing to the future of it. And then you get some Dan Sheen art reward. Dan Sheen, of course, is the creator behind this, so it's going to be his art. You got Raphael's going to have one. Bill Mars. Say cheese level, you appear in Argo 5 for 200. That's not bad. And then you can be a guest star for $1,000. And for $3,000, you can be a team up level. All gone were the early bird Agronaut level. Now, I've never really done an early bird. I see the benefit of it, but I also don't like it. I don't think it really values things the right way. I'm not a huge fan of them. I understand it, but I also think as a creator, you should just kind of set it a certain way. But that's just a personal thing. That's me as a creator, not as a person who does it. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments section. If you're enticed by an early bird, or if you see an early bird, it might make you not back it. Let us know on our groups, our Facebook page, or the site itself, or my actual Facebook page, Rob Anderson on Facebook. We're going to go back over the list real quick, and then I'm going to let you guys go do your thing. And then remember, we have 2 more shows still scheduled for today. We will be doing the Kickstarter roadmap, and we will be doing the news at 7. At 7:15, we'll do the news. Between 7 and 7:15, we do the news every night. Tonight's no different. We'll see you there. Remember, $1 can make dreams come true. It shows support, attracts attention, helps funds projects, supports indie comic book creators, and helps create new worlds, all while making you an advocate for indie comics. Saw the Lightning Wielder is electrified and is waiting for you to give them the bolt they need to get off of Kickstarter. Join them today on Kickstarter by becoming a backer. Make sure to support Written Sins by subscribing to our YouTube, Facebook channel, our Facebook group and page, and make sure to back Argo 5 today, which is an amazing comic book of different origins, and it's not just one issue, but it's a multiple pack. As a matter of fact, it's collecting issues 0 through 5. And a 160-page graphic novel. Get it today before it's off of Kickstarter. And Vegas Baby Strong is another addition to the Powerverse universe, and it's introducing its partnership with Kid Comics. This is an amazing story. It's great art. It looks professional. It looks like something Marvel or DC would release. That has been the show. Thank you for all tuning in. We'll be back on in about 15 minutes for those of you who are currently watching live, so don't go far. We should be back in about 5 or 10 minutes, but for now, good night and good day. And make sure to back at Kickstarter for the holiday season.